Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2017 book, The Upside of Unrequited. This is from Becky Albertelli. We know and love her from the author of Simon vs. the Homo Sapien Agenda. This is the spin-off sequel book to that. So we actually get a timeline now within the Simonverse. This starts out in June 2015. Why we know it's 2015 is because main character Molly Peskin Sousa, who is a cousin of Abby Sousa, we know and love from Simon. Her and her mom's and her twin sister and their younger brother Xavier live in Maryland, right outside DC. And so we know it's June 2015 because everybody's freaking out about the news that, same-sex marriage was just overturned, as in, like, the ban was overturned by the Supreme Court in 2015. And Molly and one of her moms was driving past the White House to see the columns all illuminated in rainbow, and everybody's just partying it in the streets and just celebrating love, life, and laughter, finally. That it's not illegal to love someone anymore. So, well, we still can. So we finally get a timeline. Honestly, that's the only part of this book I like. This was so slow, and it was so boring, and I feel bad saying that because I love Becky. I love her as an author. I love her as a talent. She has a slew of books. She created the Simonverse, and the Simonverse is wonderful. And it's interesting having, Creek would not be a part of this because it doesn't take place in Georgia. It takes place in Maryland. It takes place in DC. So Molly is an annoying character, and I remember talking about this, and I can't remember what book, but I'm an assertive person, and I can't read for over 300 pages about someone who whines and complains constantly and doesn't do anything about the whining and complaining. Like, there's a conversation that Molly has with Abby at one point. They talk on the phone, they text. Molly texts Simon at one point thinking it's Abby, but it's actually Simon. There's a Skype between the three of them at one point. So it was nice getting a bit of Simon. Nick and Abby come to a wedding at the end, which was nice having Nick. No Leah anywhere, which again, it's fine because it's not Leah, it's not Simon's story, it's Molly's story. But there's a conversation they have where Abby says something like, Molly, you're 17, you're not 12 anymore. You have to start acting like you're 17 because you're not 12. Stop acting like you're 12. And it wasn't like an aggressive way, but it was Molly has anxiety, she takes Zoloft, and then, like, she'll go to parties with her friends and her sister and drink, and then complain that she's drinking, even though she is on Zoloft. And it's like, well, why are you complaining when no one's forcing you to drink? Don't drink. And then towards the end, she does not drink, but, like, you're not supposed to do something and you're doing it anyway, why are you going to complain about it? It's just that is the character throughout the book. Like, she's had 26 crushes. She's never had a boyfriend. She's never had a kiss. And then she's now obsessing over this new guy and another new guy at the same time, kind of. And then eventually, people kind of push her to finally make a move. And then because she just keeps complaining and she's getting obsessive and this person's not allowed to talk to this person because I like this person. It's acting like a 12-year-old, even though she's 17. And it's hard to find sympathy for this character when everything is in their control. These are not situations where, she needs an outside source to help her with something financially, physically, nothing like that. This is all on her. She has to say she has feelings for someone. She can't be mad at someone for talking to someone and act like a middle schooler when she's 17. It being called out, I cheered. I was like, haha, see? It's unfortunate that I didn't like this book because it had potential. It had a great eclectic group of people, all representation matters bits, from different backgrounds, from different body types, from different ethnicities, from different genders, from different sexual orientations. Like, I'm all for it. I love this queer book genre. I'm all for it. But I did not like this character. Her sister Cassie was way more entertaining than herself. Just the complaining for over 300 pages really pissed me off. And that's why it took me so long to read this, because I didn't want to read it, because I knew it would be just more complaining. Oh, it's a new chapter? Oh, what's Molly going to complain about this time? I'm not for it. I'm not for it. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. I don't have to like every book, and that's fine. I still love Becky. I still love the Simon verse, and you know, here's to hoping that Leia on the Offbeat is better than this one, even though because this is about Leia. But remember, when I talked about Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, the book, I did not like that character of Leia. The character of Leia in the film, Catherine Langenfeld's version, is incredible, and the book one complained a lot. So I don't know. It's my thing with people complaining and not doing anything to end the complaining. I don't know. I'm nervous now. I'm very nervous reading this next book. We'll see how long this one takes me. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.